What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. How is everyone doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. We've got two huge stories for you today and a few questions. So without further ado, let's get into the tech news. Our first story of the day has to do with the successor to this phone, and that will be the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and Z Flip 4 on the flip side, and the processor that they're going to use inside, because it's not going to be the same processor as this phone, the Galaxy S22 Ultra. It's going to be a different processor, and the processor that's in the folding phone, the Fold 4 and Flip 4, is going to be worldwide, seemingly. I don't think they're going to put an Exynos version in this phone, so let's talk about what they're going to use. So Ice Universe put this tweet out just a little bit ago saying that the Galaxy Fold 4 and Flip 4 will use the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 Plus. It's going to be 4 nanometers inside, and he's 100% sure on this. So what does this all mean? It means that you should get slightly better performance than what we got on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, just plain one, and then also it might be more power efficient. So overall, you're looking at hopefully a better processor, and this should come out internationally with the Z Fold 3. They use the Snapdragon all throughout the world, so they should do the same thing this year, I would assume, as well. So if you're worried about where you live getting the Exynos version, if you get the Z Fold 4 and Flip 4, it should not happen. You should get this Snapdragon version. So pretty good news coming out with that, and if he's 100% sure, then we might be able to lock that baby in with it. Also, remember, if we're getting that information, him or somebody else is gonna leak even more information in terms of RAM, storage, colors, if the look is really gonna be different or not. That stuff's gonna start getting hot and heavy over the next couple of months. Next up, you guys know that I personally love folding phones. It's still my main phone. I'm most interested in those types of phones. I think that's where the growth is. I think that's where the excitement is with smartphones. And be prepared, because as you know, we have the Z Flip line and we have the Z Fold line, and now we're about to get a third version of the Z line, and it's pretty crazy because we don't fully know what it's going to be, but there's a high probability it's coming out this year. So check this out. I'm gonna show you a bunch of tweets from a few different people. The first one is from Chun saying he can confirm Samsung's Rollable phone will be released in this year, although my source is assuming that the Z Fold 4 will still serve as Samsung's top-notch multi-form phone. So I don't know if he means like the Fold's gonna end up being the highest spec'd out one and this Rollable one might not be. Next up, we'll go to Ice Universe, and he says Samsung's mysterious third foldable device is set for release in the second half of the year, and it's codenamed Diamond. And if you want something to contradict what we've just heard here, you also got Ross Young, who follows foldable and rollable and just display technology overall, and he said previously Samsung's sliding was supposed to start production by the end of 2022. Then we heard it was pushed back. We'll have to confirm if it was pulled back in or not. So we're looking at the following, and that is potentially a rollable display from Samsung that would be released in the second half of this year. Now, second half of this year starts in June. It's from June until December. So potentially sometime within that time frame, there would be another Z Fold or Z Roll, whatever they end up calling this phone, on it. Now, is it gonna be the Rollable? Is it gonna be a flip and a fold? Is it gonna be some other kind of crazy design that we haven't thought of or seen, or that we have seen and I'm just not saying? That remains to be seen and remains to be the question. And I'll give that to you as the question of the day. What kind of new Z line of phone do you think we'll see? Put it in the comments down below. With that said, let's get to the Q&A portion of the video and drop that. First question of the day comes from Mr. Phil PJ Davis. When are you going to do a rewind of some of your first videos from when you were making in your car at work at lunchtime? Oh man, that's when I was like, I'd want to get videos out. So what I would do is I would go out to my car at lunch, during my regular 9-to-5 job and make a video because like something big happened I wanted to talk about it. Or sometimes I'd even go live from there. So when am I gonna go back into my car or just show you some of my old videos? I mean, you can look for them. Honestly, I'd have to search through all my videos because like I don't even know what I was even talking about back then to easily find it. But if you guys are interested in me showing old videos or that I did in the past or doing kind of a rewind of that, let me know in the comments down below. Hamza says for Google Messages on the S22 Ultra, it says Messages on the top, but on my S20 Ultra with the latest update, Google Messages, it doesn't. And also in the One UI 4.1 and the S21 Ultra, I don't see the vibration features, and also I don't see the extra brightness feature. I also don't see dark mode in Snapchat, which is also on the latest version. I'm a bit disappointed. Sorry for the long question. Mine just says Messages right there, so I think that's what you said yours said. As for the other stuff, I don't have that phone, so I can't just look it up if yours is different than mine. We thought only a few things would be different. It looks like maybe more are, but again, I can't confirm that because I don't have that phone. And our last question comes from Romanoff saying, how do you know which version of the S22 Ultra you have, like the Snapdragon or Exynos? Usually, well, I don't know if I don't know, there probably is an app that actually will tell you, oh, you have a Snapdragon or Exynos, but usually when you look at those types of apps that tell you like your specs, it's usually more so like, oh, you have a quad-core or octa-core processor, and it doesn't really tell you what, but I guess you could still look that up and see what that matches up with. Otherwise, it's just by country, US, Canada, does Korea? I think Korea does, has Snapdragon. China has Snapdragon, if I remember. It just depends where you live. That's how you would know. But I mean, you could always ask or just Google it. That would probably be the best way. So there you guys go. Thanks for your questions in the comments. If you have a comment, leave it down below and I'll answer it. Have a great day and we'll see you down the road. Peace.